It is also the title of my presentation. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Well, listening to the previous speakers, you definitely have done a lot to prepare yourself. Now, make that the key to success. Because with good preparation, you can make your own luck. We all can use a little luck, be it in our studies, be it in our career, with our investments, and last but not least, who knows, in love. My second tweet, thank you, is IQ gets you through school, where EQ gets you through life. I hope that you will prepare yourself now that you're starting to burst out of that academic world and learn, however brilliant student you are, in the real world, where dogs eats dogs, as you just heard, EQ is the most important. It is that attitude. I was a terrible student when I was at hotel school. Sounds 100 years ago. But once I was in the environment of the hospitality industry, the attitude my parents really brought me up with helped me and resulted in the fact that I have never applied for a job. I was always invited because attitude is what people are looking for. Attitude allows people to be lucky and make sure that the fortunes on your zigzag road that you're going to follow now will help you. 50% of my life is due to chance, a lot of people think. But that's not true. Perhaps 10%. And therefore my third tweet is only 10% of your future depends on chance. And it's that skills that can make luck into achievement. But it is attitude that will give you the career success. Making career depends on 4 principles, at least in my book. It's being prepared to, next tweet please, notice chance opportunities and then take action. I missed a huge opportunity when I was around 40 years old and did not do an MBA. By the time I realized that learning never stops, it was nearly too late. And that's why I tell all my students, never stop learning. And getting only experience is not enough these days, because what you are learning will be obsolete in 5 years from now. The next tweet is take more decisions by listening to intuitions. Thank you for saying exactly that. It is that intuition. It is that decisions to meet and to take decisions by chance. 40 years ago, I invited my now wife by intuition for dinner, and the rest is history. 40 or 30 years ago, I was offered by one of the hotel chains to work for perhaps one of the best general managers I've ever worked for. And that was chance and intuition for me to take the job and to move to other areas. My next tweet is about see the future via positive enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic, be possible. It is not the years in your life that count, but it is the life that you put in those years. Therefore, I have tweet number 7, adopt a durable attitude, transforming bad luck, misfortune in fortune. I survived some major business bad luck. I was in the middle of crisis in Munich, in Egypt, in Thailand a couple of times, in Bali. We had SARS, we had the Sichuan earthquake, and not long ago we had the Nepal earthquake. I turned those crises into opportunities. And away from my hospitality education, I am now a risk management and crisis recovery expert. And that turned my life upside down. And to have that winning chance, to get that winning edge, don't dwell on your bad luck, but prepare yourself to get that opportunity and meet Lady Luck and be ready for her, because she can be in many disguises. My 8th tweet says, crises are opportunities, specifically with good preparation. IT, don't despair, and be brave and look for the opportunity of that crisis. Now I know, working with people that are middle in the crisis, that is not always easy on the first moment or the second moment or even the week after. But you will find eventually a crisis being turned into an opportunity if you take the right steps. I learned a long time ago when I was working for another hotel company on an outdoor course where they chased us to the Scottish Highlands for 3 days to try to excite us and to try to more or less get us desperate. They had us walking for 10 miles after 3 days, and then they said the bus will be there. When we walked the 10 miles, they said, sorry, the bus is not there. Either you stay here overnight or you walk another 15 miles. We were 16 people, 2 people stayed, and the 14 people walked out of that hut, and the bus was waiting around that corner. The moral of that story, you never know where the solution is when you are in a crisis. It is those solutions. The next tweet is, future is not a matter of chance, but of choice. And again, Captain Kachit said in different words the same. I choose to live and work in Asia because that's where the opportunities were 30 years ago. You will have to choose in which part of the world you would work, because that's where the next Asia will be. Confucius said, to be old and wise, you first must be young and stupid. Now, I don't know if I'm old and wise, but I have had my share of being young and also being very stupid. And therefore, my 10th and last tweets is a simple message. Don't wait for it to happen, but make it happen. Congratulations. And as I say, go for it, kids. You are at the beginning, I am at the end. And you have no idea how jealous I am of you. Go for it, have fun, work, and love at the same time. Thank you very much, and hope to see you somewhere, somehow, again and again and again.